Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for this video today, I wanted to go over how to cream contour. Now, right now, I don't have any contour whatsoever. I have my foundation and my eye makeup, but I don't have any contour. So I wanted to go over how I cream contour. So if you guys want to see how to do that, then just keep on watching. So what is contour? So contour is pretty much just enhancing the face, defining it, and just making certain parts of your face kind of suck in a way. So for example, myself, I usually like to contour my cheeks, and the reason for it is because I do have chubby cheeks. So when I contour my cheeks, it makes it more defined, so you don't see that I have such large cheeks. And I also have a big forehead, so I like to contour this area to make my forehead appear smaller. Obviously it's not going to make it go away, but it's just going to make it look defined, and again, just more structure in your face. So that's pretty much that there is to contouring. Now there is two different types of contouring. There is the cream contouring and there is the powder contouring. I personally like the cream contour. The reason why I like to cream contour is because if I add too much or too little, I can always keep applying or just use my beauty blender and just kind of blend it out. So at the end result, I get what I want. Versus the powder, it is a little bit harder to work with powder because once, let's say, you apply too much powder, then it is hard to take away from that, since now you're already applying powder to your face, so it's kind of hard to take less of that. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette. Now they do have a powder, and this is the cream contour. So the cream contour looks like this. I do have other ones that I also do like that I just want to show you guys. I have this guy, which is the Smashbox Studio Fix, and this has two ends to it. One is the foundation, but I like to use the contour here, so it looks like this. And another one that is a good one as well is, this is actually it's a concealer, but you can use it as contour. And keep in mind, guys, a lot of makeup you may be able to just contour as is without actually buying the actual contour product. So for example, this one is a concealer. You can use this as a contour. Obviously just get shades that are just a little bit darker than you, so that way you can contour. You can also do the same thing with foundation. If you have a foundation that is just way too dark, you can also use that to contour. So for example, this was just a little sample I got, but this is another Smashbox foundation, but it is something you can contour with. Obviously the color, I would just put a small amount and then just use that to blend it out and work with that. So again, you guys can always use a foundation. Obviously, you don't want to use a foundation that is just way too liquidy, because then at that point, it's just going to run. So get something that, like for example, this one was just like a foundation stick. So you can use a foundation stick like so. This is a Tarte one. And obviously, if this was a darker shade, I can use this as well as to contour. So again, you don't have to buy the actual contours. You can use what you have around. Just you look for something that might be just a couple shades darker, so you can actually contour with that. I'm going to be using this guy, which is the Kat Von D. This one has 3 shades. I'm just going to go ahead and use the lightest shade on here. This one is the color Chestnut. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a concealer brush like so that way I can grab the product and apply. So I'm going to show you guys all the areas that you can pretty much contour. You can pretty much contour anything and every part of your body if you wanted to, because that's just the magic of contouring. But I'm going to show you guys how to contour certain areas. For example, the cheeks, like I mentioned, my forehead. You can also contour your nose, and you guys have seen me do that before, and that's just to create a defined nose, and the lips just to make them appear bigger. And I'm just gonna go in here and start with applying some, but I'm gonna keep most of the product here and just kind of fade out. I want to keep it right above my ear, so just kind of, if you were to take your brush and you were to apply it here, you could kind of see where you could draw the line going down. And then also when I start to contour just a little, it will drag just a tiny bit, so that's why I want to keep it as high as possible, so that way when I'm blending it out, at least it's right where I want it to be. And the reason why you want to keep most of it up here is because if you keep most of it down here, you'll have a big blotch of contour there. So as long as you can kind of just work it out this way. And then same thing with my forehead. Again, I'm going to apply just like around my forehead. Make this appear to be smaller than it really is. And then also on my nose. So the nose, I'm just going to apply them here. Obviously the smaller you make it, the smaller your nose appears. So it's up to you as far as how close you want the contour to be. I don't put mine that close. I just pretty much just apply here. Lastly, my lips. If you want your bottom lip to appear fuller, you could just apply some on the bottom here. And if you want your lips bigger up here, then you just kind of go around it. And just be very careful that you don't do too much, because you also don't want it to look like you have a mustache going around your lips. So just lightly go around it. You can use your beauty blender to blend out. I really like to just use a brush. It makes it easier for me to move my product around. So I'm going to use this guy. This is the Kat Von D number 5. Just working it in circular motions, and I'm also going to just pat in just a little bit of it. And then same thing over here. I'm just going to work it in. And if you want more product, you can always apply more. That's the beauty of using the cream contour, because you can apply more and then just kind of blend it all out. So I'm just going to use this small amount. So I'm going to go back in a second, just apply more so you guys can see that it is buildable. I'm going to go in circular motions and just move that product in. My lips and nose, I'm just going to use this brush, and this is the Real Techniques brush. This is the Expert Conceal brush. And I'm just going to go up and down here and just work that in. And same thing with my lips. I'm just going to go back and forth there. So as you can see, like my nose appears to be slimmer. So that is what the contour will do. And I'm going to apply more contour here so you guys can see that it is definitely buildable, like I mentioned. So again, cream contour is probably going to be the best if you're going to start off, because then this way, again, if you apply too much of the contour, you can always just go in with your beauty blender and just kind of clean it up a little bit or lightly tap it, so that way you can get some of the contour off, and then the contour would look blended in as well. So again, if you want to do that, you can definitely just tap it like so and get some of the contour off. You guys can also contour this area here as well. This way it doesn't appear that you have your double chin if you have one. This way it definitely helps. So I'm just applying all 3 of the different colors that are in the Kat Von D and applying that like so. And I'm just going to work that in as well. Now the way to get the most out of your contour, your cream contour, or any kind of contour really, is to use a powder and just kind of go down and kind of clean up and make that line more defined. And you could just use a powder. So this is the Airspun loose face powder, and I'm just going to use this Lorac brush, and I'm just going to go in there and just kind of chisel out right there where I want to just clean up. And you can let it bake there for a little bit. And this is also great, like if you're doing your eyeshadow and you just kind of want to let that sit there for a little bit to bake, then that would be great. You could just apply some, work on your eyeshadow, and then come right back and clean it off. That's usually the best way to go. I already did my eye look, so I really don't need to do that now. So I'm just going to take it off now. I'm not going to let it sit there for a long time, so I'm just going to go ahead and wipe it off. And that way you could see that the contour is still there. So again, the contour is just going to make everything look and appear either smaller or just defining some certain areas. So now that I have finished the cream contouring, you can also apply a bronzer on top. This way it all blends out. That way you don't have just that harsh line of contour. You can actually put the bronzer so it all kind of looks even. So I'm just using the Real Techniques brush. This is the brush 300. I'm taking the Hoola bronzer by Benefit and just applying that right over the contour. You can even apply it back up here, like where you put some up here, maybe down here as well. Kind of like go over the cream contour. And I'm just gonna apply some lipstick just to finish up the look because I already did my makeup. And this is the Dominic Cosmetics Lemonade lipstick, and this was in one of the boxy charms. So that is it for this video, guys. I just again wanted to show you guys how you could just do a very basic cream contour so you can define your face structure. You can make it look out however you wish to do so with the magic of cream contouring. I will definitely be doing a video on the powder contour and also throw in some highlight as well so you guys can kind of see how to highlight as well. That is complete this video, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell to get upcoming video notifications, and we'll see you guys next time.